Ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you that this will be the most important video that you ever watch about SMMA or online business. So listen up. Let me ask you a question. If you knew exactly what Alex Hormozi or Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk knew, would you make more or less money? Well, the answer is more. Okay, so the only thing that stands from us and being where we want to be is we have not acquired the insights, we have not acquired the knowledge to be where they are. And today I'm going to share with you the number one most important skill to allow you to propel yourself to the next level and scale your agency or company faster than you ever could. And no, I'm not going to talk about BS scripts or closing strategies or run this type of ad campaign or use AI. No, I'm going to give you the real, honest, truth answer that has been proven to work time and time again, that all these big gurus, even Alex Hormozi, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk use to get so far ahead of the competition. Alrighty, so let's dive right in, because what I'm talking about is the ability to analyze, trends, acquire insights, and spot opportunities. You see, let's go through these examples that I have laid out here. Alrighty, so here are some common trends that have been going on lately in this world. So in 2018, now granted, these things could have happened more or less at different points in their time, but we're going to talk about if you got in before this time. So if you got into crypto before 2018, you would have made a ton of money. Why? Because you spotted the opportunity before it became popular. You see, the guy who finds the gold mine before everybody else will get more money and make more money because he spotted it before everyone else. So he has first come, first serve. So he gets better information. Okay. Same with dropshipping. If you got into dropshipping before 2020, before it blew up, you would have made a ton of money because it wasn't oversaturated. There wasn't a lot of competition. You would have had an easier time scaling because there was less competition, right? And if there's less people in the pool, you can get more of your share of the pie. If there's less people, you get more. Alrighty. SMA, if you had started an SMA in 2021, you would have scaled your SMA so much faster and so much easier because there's less competition. Now you didn't have 500 people DMing them the same hook message every single day in their inbox, hitting you with, oh, I've already been pitched this before. So if you had got in before, you would have made more money. Short form content, if you had got into short form content in 2022 before it became popular, you would have all the clients already. Okay, because you got in before it got popular. You spotted the trend. Are you starting to see a trend with these trends? Think about AI automation agency. Right? If you got in before 2023, before it got super popular, you'd be scaling like crazy right now. Okay, and so what we can see is if we had got into these things before they got popular, we would have made a ton of money. So, I guess the magical question is, the question that we all gotta ask ourselves is, how can we spot trends before they come up? Because that is arguably the most important skill in business, is being able to analyze something before it becomes popular. Because if you can capture and analyze and be able to jump on an opportunity before everybody else does, you can ride the wave up to the top. And we all know that if you get in before everybody else, you go crazy. For example, let's look up Bitcoin stock. I know it doesn't have a stock, but you get the point. Okay, let's go on Yahoo. Let's take a peek and look at this together. Okay? Let's look at a 5-year max. 5-year. So if you had got in, okay, this is 2019. Let's actually go max. If you had got in anywhere before even 2020, really, you would have rode the wave all the way up and made a ton of money. But the question is, how can we spot when something is below market value, when something is undervalued, when something has not reached its true potential? Well, you could read a ton of books about Warren Buffett like I have and be able to understand when is something undervalued. But more importantly, the number one thing you need to do is be able to acquire insights. You need to be able to acquire insights, analyze trends, and spot new opportunities before they become popular. For example, if you're starting an AI automation agency right now, to be honest, I would argue it probably isn't still too late. You're probably still on the earlier side of things. But you could argue you won't be as successful as those who started last year because they now have a whole year ahead of you. And so I think the concept here is, how can we spot these things before they come up? And well, the answer is there's no true way. Because if there was a true way, I'd be a billionaire right now because I would have bought Bitcoin before it became Bitcoin. I would have started an SMA before it became popular. I would have sold AI before, you get what I'm saying? And so if I knew exactly how, I could tell you how. But what I more or less want to share with you is that one of the most important skills, or one of the most important things you should be looking out for in this day and age, is the ability to analyze trends. Not necessarily where you can find them, because that is undetermined, but being able to always be on the lookout for what are the new trends, what are the new insights. And the way you can actually do this, predictably, is increase your network. Increase your network, increase the people you surround yourself with, increase the knowledge that you consume. right? Start to make sure that you have a fair share of diversity in your network pool, that you can get information from people. Because if you're listening to the same people every single day, you never really get new insights. And so the best way to have seen if SMA was going to be a big thing is to have a big variety of a friend group, a big network, etc., etc., etc. And so, to sum up this video, I'll give you some actionable advice onto what you can do to acquire insights so you can make more money. Because like I said, if you can acquire these trends, if you can acquire the insights for the trends and hop on the trend before it becomes popular, you can just ride the wave all the way up. And wouldn't that be awesome? If we could just ride the wave up to the top and make a ton of money. Well, yes. So, things you can do, a checklist you can do today so you can make sure you can start analyzing more trends and making more money is number one, increase the size of your network. Increase the size of it. That's number one. Step number two is increase the value of your network. How do you increase the value? Well, you network with more successful individuals, and you yourself have to become more valuable. The more valuable you become, the more value you can provide to your network. The more valuable they become, the better your network is. So the better you become as a person, the better your network becomes. Step number three is become more valuable yourself. And step number four is always look for opportunity. You see, there's a famous saying that goes, how many red cars did you see last time you drove? I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure. I can't tell you with 100% certainty, but I can almost assure you there probably was some red cars. Here's the thing. I wasn't looking for them. And so therefore they just went right across my mind. And it's the same with opportunity. If you aren't looking for opportunities, it'll just slip your mind and you'll forget about it. And so you have to actively be searching for opportunities. You have to actively be searching for these things. So you have to always keep your mind peeled and open and be open-minded to these new opportunities that can come your way. And if you can do those four things, or I guess I just give you five, I can assure you that you have a way better chance of spotting trends and being able to hop on the trend before it goes popular. Because the best thing that you could do is get in on something before everybody else does. And that's the number one skill that I myself am going to try and master in 2024, and I recommend all of you do as well. Because it can single-handedly be the thing that separates you from the 99% of people. Because you can get in on something before they even know about it. And imagine if you had bought Bitcoin back in 2010, you'd make a ton of money. The good thing is, things like Bitcoin happen all the time. I just gave you a bunch of examples here, like Bitcoin, drop shipping, SMA, short form content, AI automation, and there's a plethora of other trends that will soon come around as well. You just have to be looking for them and understand where it's going. And I'll give you a bit of insight that I've learned. I'll share the value with you if you're still here. As you've noticed, in this day and age, one of the biggest things that people are trying to acquire is other people's attention. And so within the next coming years, there's going to be a huge demand for being able to own an attention and an audience. Now that's your golden nugget if you stayed to the end. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you like my type of content, go watch the rest of my videos. I document my entire process from being a broke and depressed university student to starting and scaling a 7-figure agency, documenting the entire process to show you that you can do the exact same. So if you want to follow along for the journey and see the behind the scenes of me building my agency to 7 figures, hit that subscribe button and let's do this thing together. Peace.